LivePD. This show usually has like more than 50 cameras following different police counties, if that even makes sense. Different towns and counties around the whole country. It's usually anywhere between like 8 to 12 different counties around the U.S., and they have over 50 cameras, and they follow live police encounters with people. And sometimes they can be pretty intense. Like, we're going to go live to Missoula County, Montana, where a traffic stop has led to a full-blown police chase after detectives observed the suspect throwing out baggies of heroin into the mouths of preschoolers. It could be that intense sometimes, or it could just be like...
You can't be walking around all night. It's cold. Okay, what?
Now, the funny part to me, being someone who lives in Massachusetts, is they usually have a camera crew following the police in East Providence, Rhode Island. And if you don't know, East Providence, Rhode Island is fairly close to Massachusetts, to the south coast of Massachusetts, where I live and where I am from. And so, I've found it pretty hilarious that more of the phone calls and police pullovers that are on the lower end of the spectrum of intensity usually happen in East Providence. East Providence LivePD cams and different instances where police pull them over, they're basically like the redheaded stepchild of the family that is the LivePD nation. So for example, like I said, Missoula, Montana, they have pretty crazy stuff going on, but usually the really intense stuff happens in like Florida, Alabama. They'll pull over somebody because the plates will run back as a suspected stolen vehicle, and all of a sudden there's a full-blown foot chase because they bail on the car is still moving, crashes into some homes, and it takes like 30 to 40 minutes of the live show before police can finally catch up to someone who's been ducking in and out of the projects, hiding underneath a four-door at like 11:30 at night, and they finally find a guy with like wads of cash with baggies of heroin in his pocket. But then you cut over to East Providence, and it's the cop knocking on someone's door because someone's complaining of the smell of marijuana.
Come on, I just need to talk to you for a second. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna come back all night long knocking at the door.
Believe it or not, Inspector Sroka is still standing outside. And Inspector Sroka has been knocking and knocking and knocking on that door.
Go ring a doorbell.
Okay, we're going to go back to Pasco County, Florida. And it's another hit and run leading to a suspected armed robber. And they're threatening to burn down the whole city. And so we're going to go there for like 10 minutes. And all of a sudden, we're going to go back to East Providence now, where there's a suspected homeless person sleeping inside of a bank after hours.
Not sure how he gets in here. So I was right. It's who I think it was going to be. I think we actually dealt with him last weekend around the same time.
Where are you going to go? Where's your bag?
That's my baby.
Relax.
So East Providence, it's always little things like that. And everywhere else, it's always something that's worthy of LivePD. But I do give the police in Rhode Island credit. It's ideal, I guess, that you wouldn't have to always deal with like armed robbers and people that have like heroin and methamphetamine on them. So at least they're able to provide the comic relief, so to speak, over in East Providence. But I thought that was a funny little observation I had.